Hello and welcome to another edition of Talking Shakers. My name's Mark Higginson and I'm here today with Nick Jackson, who covered the Shakers in their game on Tuesday night against Notts County. First of all, Nick, good draw against Notts County and an even better victory at Bournemouth.
Yeah, it was an excellent performance against Notts County. They played Notts off the park, in fairness, in the words of Richie Barker, and he wasn't wrong. They passed the ball as good as I've ever seen them. And what I found particularly impressive about them was the levels of fitness and sharpness looked particularly good. You know, players who looked occasionally, not mentioning any names, looked a bit off the pace in the past, suddenly were stepping up to the plate, and it was really encouraging to see. And it must be fantastic for the Bury fans to see them competing against a side like that who are obviously favourites for promotion.
Yeah, definitely, and it looks like Richie Barker's stamp is starting to show.
What I like about him is he's creating an environment where players are switching positions, they're tactically fluid, there's no rigidity about them, they're being encouraged to use their nous, and it looks to me like they're responding to his desire for them to be like that. It's like a modern football team.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, after I think it was 70 feet on the trot, but like a season of struggle, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Do you think expectations have been raised now, or do you think we've been getting carried away?
Not necessarily, but I think what's happened is that you can see the confidence levels have come back to the team, and they're not frightened now of taking on a team like Notts County, who were, with all due respect to them, quite functional. And let's not forget that on Saturday they've got Stevenage at Gig, who are equally, probably even more functional, direct, shall we say. But they're not frightened of that either. Effie Sodji came out last night and said, you know, we're not frightened of these teams. We can deal with them. And from the evidence of this Notts County match, that appears to be the case.
Yeah, well, I was at the Stevenage game end of last season. It was a cracking game. I think it finished 3-0, if memory serves me right. And Bury stood up to them that day. And they are bullies, but you've got to, with any bully, you've got to stand up to them, haven't you?
Yeah. So fingers crossed for the weekend. But let me just turn the tables on you now, Mark, because you're leaving us, aren't you? This is your last Talking Shakers, am I right?
It is actually, yeah. I'm moving on. I covered Bury for 3 years.
Nice one.
I've got a new job now, so unfortunately I won't be covering the Shakers.
So where are you going? Tell everybody. Come on.
I'm going to the BBC.
You can't knock that, can you? That's some line, that isn't it?
I like to think I led the Shakers to promotion last year.
I'm sure you did.
Nothing to do with Alan Neil and a load of good players and Richie Barker.
Well, lots of luck, and we'll miss you.
Yeah, right. Good man. Cheers, Nick. Thank you for tuning in to Talking Shakers. Nick will be with you next week to hopefully talk about another victory against Stevenage. Thank you. Bye.